Welcome, love. This is Sex, Drugs, and Sound Bowls, and I'm Jessie Siren, here to stir the cauldron with raw psycho-spiritual talks on healing, plant medicine, sex, motherhood, and the sacred chaos that cracks us open and lights the way forward. Expect deep truth and raw feels that leave you inspired, held in your humanness, and ready to take your rightful place as the creator of your own experience. With a deep breath and an open heart, let's be all the way here now. Welcome back to Sex, Drugs, and Sound Bowls. I'm your host, Jessie Siren, reporting live mid-dishes. And I'm gonna even turn the water on for a moment because I feel like I get my greatest inspiration, insight, downloads when I'm washing dishes. And then I turn the sink off and it all... So I wanted to capture this like right away. One, I've been really in scarcity, and when it comes back around, I feel like there's no way out. Like there's no reality besides the one that I'm living in, which is not enough, not enoughness. And as I was washing the dishes, I had this really beautiful and sweet feeling of spaciousness around finances as I realized if I choose to focus on what I don't have, that is a pattern that will repeat and can repeat forever, no matter how much money I have. No matter how wealthy a person is, if the psychological pattern they are feeding is one of noticing hyper-awareness of what they don't have, then no matter how much money you have, you will always be living in a state of scarcity, of not enoughness. Oh my God. And everybody else out there is probably like, duh. How else can I say it? There's always going to be something you don't have. There's always going to be a lot of things you don't have. And even as Matt left for work this morning, I was like, you know, we're still spending thousands of dollars a month on this bus build the shower was a couple $1,000s at least. And we're not working as much because it's the school year, right? We're homeschooling the kids, and Matt is using his time, and his body is our greatest resource, right? Like he is the master builder. So we're not pulling in as much financially as I'd like to be able to pay off credit cards and live abundantly without having to think about what we're buying. And I was just frustrated this morning. As he was leaving, I was like, I don't want to live this way anymore. I don't want to live this way. And like, maybe I'm supposed to get mad. Maybe I'm supposed to throw a fit. Maybe it's supposed to be so unbearable that something breaks open in me and shifts and changes, and it makes me emotional. Because in that moment, I was thinking, God, she cries a lot. That's what you're thinking. In that moment, I was thinking, and the wealth, maybe, you know, something will snap in me and I'll figure it out, the missing puzzle piece to just have the financial prosperity pouring in, the wealth, the money pouring in. And what I'm realizing here, you know, my magic red gloves, you know, elbow deep in sink water in dishwater, is that the change, it's here. It's here. And the superpower in this life is being able to choose your powers of awareness, your powers of consciousness, to focus them on the thing that you want more of. I watched a reel of a woman who recorded herself playing a sound bowl at 432 hertz. And then she played the recording back next to her sound bowl, and her sound bowl started playing itself. Resonant frequencies. Right? Wow, magnetism. Wow. So if I am a human sound bowl and I am ringing out at the frequency of not enoughness, then the things that I'm going to resonate with around me are going to, and the things I'm going to pull into my orbit and my awareness are going to be things that are resonating with that frequency that's ringing out of not enoughness. Oh, I have full body goosebumps. So if I want to be a person who is living, who is a living frequency of enoughness, of abundance, then I've got to start to focus my energy on all the beautiful things I have. So I'm gonna start here. As of now, I have 3 homes. I've got the cottage we're leasing out. I've got the Silver Eagle. I've got this bus here. I also have this almost finished schoolie that took us 6 years, that a year ago I thought, well, never gonna die. I'm never gonna have my school. And I have it. It's done. It's beautiful. It's amazing. We're living on a plot of land we bought outright with cash. We have this gorgeous garden that we grow our own food in, and the forests and the woods here where we go foraging. We have this wild river, a constant teacher and reminder of the way of life. I have this beautiful, beautiful, supportive, amazing, inside to out partner that I get to do this life with. I have such incredible friends who I love and trust, and who have just catalyzed this opening of my heart with their support, with their seeing and hearing of me, with their honoring of me. I have these children that are healthy and vibrant and vital. I'm just so fucking grateful. Matt has a beautiful, I'm looking at some trees out the window right now. He's got a mini nursery right now. He's a collector of trees, so I've got my very own nursery full of maples and cedars and all kinds of other little plants. I cleared out the gazebo yesterday. There's a pizza oven under there. There's a clawfoot tub. I can sit under the cedars and take a tub with some beeswax candles and the candelabra and a little fire pit right next to. My God, life is good. What am I complaining about? You know, if I tell you, you're gonna laugh at me. But I wanted a shirt. Every year I go to Aerie and I wait till they're on sale, and they have these waffle texture Henleys that are cotton that are just so yummy to wear. And I wear them out. I wear them like every day for a year, and then I rebuy them when they're on sale. And they were on sale, and it just wasn't within our budget this month for me to buy them. And I was having an existential crisis. I was like, I can't have what I want in this life. Okay, and there's still 2 parts of me, you know, the part of me that's like, okay, you just listed like, that's like a quarter of the things I could keep going on. I keep prattling on about all the things that I have. I just listed a bunch of things that I'm grateful for that I have. But there's still a part of me that's like, I want to buy a shirt when I want to buy a shirt without putting it on a credit card. I want to do that. And universe, I know you wouldn't place that seed in my heart if that manifestation wasn't for me. So show me the way. Real time, honey. I don't even know if this will work. This is what I do on my own. I don't know if it'll work with the screen in front of me, if it feels like super cheesy, or like I feel like, when you pull a camera out and a kid's doing something cute and all of a sudden they're like, my psyche, my soul may feel the camera on it. I might not be able to get into this place, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll cut this. Maybe I won't. Universe, I want financial prosperity. I know you would not place the seed of this desire in my heart if the manifestation of it in this life wasn't for me. I'm thankful. Thank you for unveiling the way while I was washing dishes. Thank you for reminding me that the less I try and the more I open myself up to the wisdom of life and allow it to flow through me, the more I am not only led but carried. The more life rolls out like a red velvet rug in front of me, showing me the way. And the way of focusing my energy, my heart, my mind on the frequency that it is I want to manifest. Oh, and you're giving me the story of rabbit, right? Oh, rabbit running around in fear down below, looks up and sees eagle in the sky and says, oh no, eagle, don't eat me. Don't eat me. But the eagle doesn't hear him, so he climbs up a little higher and he shouts a little louder on top of the hill, eagle, don't eat. And the eagle swoops down, gobbles him up. And that's me, little Jessie down here scurrying around. Oh no, I don't have enough. I'm in financial stress. Oh no. But it doesn't hear me. So I shouted a little louder, a little higher. And everything, that is magnetized to that energy is of the same frequency, is showing me that reality of not enoughness. I have to stop beating the drum of not enoughness. I have to stop beating the drum of not enoughness. Oh, it's old. It's an old pattern. It's an old pattern. It's an old pattern. Yeah, I have to show. I have to have a nervous system. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The last bit that I just saw in my mind's eye was a few days ago. I went into Indy's room and I saw his shelf. Their room is really just like a couple shelves and like a little play area down below in the bed. And I looked at it and I was like, oh my God, this is a mess. I asked you to clean this. It looks like chaos. So just so you know, you are telling me by the shape of your room and your finances and your things, money, garbage, all food. And I'm like, that you aren't ready for more. So if there is an opportunity for more to come into your life, you're not ready for it. There's nowhere to put it. Where would you put it? You can't handle it. You can't even handle what you got. And I walked away from that like, oh my God, God is speaking to me through my own voice. Through my own lecture was for myself. Because I looked out the window and the gazebo was piled full of Tupperwares full of things, and the shed was in chaos, and the other shed was in chaos, and the garage was in chaos, and our bus was in chaos, and there was ugliness everywhere I looked, and I hadn't looked at my bank account in like who knows how long. And I knew, and right now it's coming through. I know what's coming through is that my nervous system is not ready for more. In this situation, I'm Indy with a messy shelf and garbage and money everywhere. Nowhere for more abundance. Where's the abundance going to go? And look at the state of things. Like if I gave you more, it would get lost. It would slip through your fingers. You'd break it. I'm not giving you more. That's the universe. You're not ready for it. In fact, it might cause you more like angst, more stress to have more, because then you'd be like, what do I do with this moreness? There's not even anywhere to put the enoughness I have right now. Wow. Yeah, it's time to get some shit in order. It's time to get some shit in order. I want to have more of a conversation. I want to go into the comments and feel like I'm not the only one who's feeling these things. And I love when I run into you guys at the store, or you send me an email or a text, or I see you in a yoga class and we get this chance. They're like, oh, that podcast. Blah, blah, blah. But I want more of that here. I want to feel that. For me, for anyone who's a stay-at-home mom sitting at home with, their little wildlings and missing out on that adult heart-to-heart soulful connection, for somebody who's working and feels like they don't have time to pause and go have a cup of tea with a friend, but they're listening to the podcast on their way to work. We become such consumers, right? Like we don't pause. I mean, I do the same thing. I've been trying to practice like when I listen to really engage in some way. Maybe as I do more of that, I'll feel more of that here. So I'm asking, what are the things, the frequencies that what things are you beating the drum of, right? What frequency are you ringing out and then being so surprised that it's just coming right back to you? Like, am I the only one? Where in your life are you being rabbit? No, don't eat the eagle. Remember, your story, your healing, they matter more than you know. Actually, this was playing out in my head in the middle of the night. Since the dawn of man, we have been storied beings around fires, scratched into cave walls, passed on generationally. Stories are just such an integrated part of the way we share our wisdom, our knowledge, our humanness, and all of its glory, the full spectrum. Every act of self-love, no matter how small, carries, echoes, ripples, a vibration, a frequency. Here it is, of authentic love. And authentic love is an energy that cannot help but change anything, everything, and anyone that it comes into contact with. Wow, sorry, I'm feeling into this as I'm speaking it. Loving myself. What does loving myself look like today? Love yourself, change the world. Loving myself means stopping myself from rolling around in the shit, in the misery, in the not-enoughness. I love you enough to stop you, Jesse, and turn you towards the fucking glory of the river and the beautiful spring breeze and the clawfoot bathtub and the giggling children outside your window and the beautiful dishes that you just got to wash in silence and the gift of source of energy, the current of life that comes through and guides you in any and every moment that you are open to receive it. That's how I'm loving myself today. How are you loving yourself? In other news, we just harvested a bunch of dandelions. We used the stems to make a pasta, and we mixed it with some brown rice quinoa pasta from Trader Joe's. And then we mixed it with our homemade nettle pesto. It was amazing. And then we've got all of these dandelion tops, which we're gonna mix into a dandelion Dutch baby in the morning. I'll flash some photos in here, some video footage. It was all so delicious and so wild and so free and so connecting. Ugh.
Except maybe he does that because we're not as old as him, but
Dandelion, I got some nettle pesto. Oh my God. Oh! This podcast is here to share stories and spark curiosity, not to replace professional advice. Before diving into any psychedelics or practices we talk about here, check in with your own deep knowing, your healthcare provider, and know your local laws. Anchor in your own truth before reaching out for anything or anyone. That is the real power. And one more thing, I make this show just for you. If you're loving it, drop me a comment or review on Spotify, iTunes, or YouTube. Let me know I should keep showing up. Grateful to be here with you.